were 600, there are 16. 584 is gone. Lines are now 10,000, 20,000. And the small stack, remember they began with 3,000 chips. The smallest stack has 12 times skipped their starting stack, 36,000. And the largest stack has got 285,000. We're playing 2 hours and 9 minutes.
And here's who's where on the leaderboard down there at the danger zone.
Yeah, Dazzle, Easy Rider, Batman, White Horse, all with 0. And in 16th and last place, holding up the field, is the young lady that's done so well, played those aces twice in a row, the Bankers. But still in, so don't give up yet. You never know with poker, it can take a chip and a chair.
And right there in the middle, in 10th place, is Mike C578 with 68,000 chips. Who am I? Well, right here, with 93,000 chips. Azatamaza in 8th place. In 7th is Arsenal Boy with 116,465 chips. And just over that, in 6th place is English from Collinson.
Yeah, just on the M6 there. Here we go, top 5, get the peg. And the Goose of Warrington, Barrow 2702, Hot Shrimp. Really quite like that name, really cool. And the Bubble Boy from Redditch is currently a long way clear in the field, but if he takes one hand, 285,000. That's not bad, is it?
Not bad at all. Now this is where we get to know the players who've made it deep into the tournament. We're going to follow table 17 for a few consecutive hands and analyze these players' game. Now, during the break, someone said as well that there hasn't been as much, I'm not going to say useless, I'm going to say random information as there normally is in one of our shows here. Sort of, wildlife and birds and motorways and that sort of thing. So, for all those of you out there revising for your exams who need that random information, PK is going to step it up.
Yeah, we'll be, we're going to do a little bit of a quiz on the British standard for double triangle and manual covers and frames. For those of you that are into that sort of thing, there is a website for it, There's a website for Red Admiral Butterfly. Red Admirals are very prevalent this year. There's more than there have been for 20 years. We thought we'd lost them, but they've come back again.
Oh.
So we might be doing some salt blade, earthenware, piping as well. We'll have to see. That's for later on. I've got to tell you, being in there second up for all this trivia, I've got a message. It said, could you encourage our players to diamond sooner? Did they say that? What they meant by that was, we just like, if they bust out, then we can finish the show. But that's how they said it to me.
Well, I think the tournament runs at its own pace, so it's going to run at its own pace. Now, we have a hand here. We're going to follow table 17 for a few consecutive hands, as we said. Get to know some of these players and how they play.
Yeah, let's hope someone dies. Barrow 2702 with a king 7 gets out of the way. A euphemism in poker. When you die, it means you leave the table, you are gone. A standard sign. When you ask someone how they get on the break and they put their finger across their throat, it means they've gone. They've left, they've departed.
So rarely get to make that. When you give thumbs up,
doesn't have
you get up in six, it doesn't have to.
London passes, big nuts passes, and here we are in late position. Vicky with A6, 80-odd thousand chips, blind at 816. There's a good push situation for me, and one thing I hope we don't do is call. We've got to be decisive now. You make a push with that amount of chips, you can do damage to anybody. Pass is equally good, but we don't want to be calling. Well done. English with Queen 5. 101,000 chips. Again, remember, the first to move has a great advantage. If you stick some chips in the middle, you put the opponent on decision. White Horse with a King 3, just check. So it's, heads up, 32,000 chips in the middle. It's a lot of chips to make a huge difference to either of these players. The first to bet will win it, I fancy. English, I would be saying here, hold on a minute, this is probably as good a chance as I'm going to get. 32,000 in the middle, I'm going to push and see what happens. You have to take a chance at some stage. You can't sit there and wait and hope for aces and kings all night. And that's a good bet. I don't know how White Horse could call that. White Horse could re-raise all in on the move and say, I don't think you have a hand or pass. And I think the best option is to fold. Everybody plays it by the book. Good play, nothing wrong with that.
And the winner is English, taking all those chips. Very nice. Now, as we're waiting for the next hand, I'm going to read an email here. It's from someone I don't actually see sat here at the table.
Is an expression in snooker from years ago. When I think snooker started out in the polo days in India. And when they put side on the snooker ball, this is a snooker action.
I see.
When you put side on a snooker ball, They used to call it English.
Huh.
Yeah, and the Americans would pause. So they, when you put a bit of English on, that's a bit of cider, a bit of topper. And the rugby players look at me as if I'm making this up. It's called English. Look it up. Google it.
Yeah, Google it. It's probably true.
Would you like that stance?
I did. I thought that was a killer snooker
Steve
stance.
Davis is quaking in his things. Cue the next hand.
Here it is, table 17.
Cue.
Oh, cue, sorry. I'm one joke behind.
Former place would have been football. London 1979, 94, 65,000 chips. Doesn't quite know what to do with that. Gets out the way. WF blind 8K, 16K. This is the third hand in a row we're seeing on this table. Big nuts gets out the way. They're all playing very sensible poker, to be honest with you. Can't find a thing wrong with this. It is amazing how the standard has changed and improved over the last 3 months. And we're delighted about it. But it makes it harder to win, but more fun. And Vicky says, I have a pair of twos. I hear what you say. First to move an advantage. I'm going to stick it all in. Be unlucky if I run into a pair. I might run into 2 cards that call me 2 overs. If you've got a pair of twos, the chances are any opponent does have overs. But the thing is, you've got your chips in first, and that's good. I hope you get this through. Barrow doesn't have many chips anyway, so we'll be okay. We can't get busted by Barrow. It's an automatic call for Barrow. We don't really care if he wins or loses from the aspect of Vicky, because we're still in. And so there you go. Pocket twos against King 8. Comes 4, Ace 7. There's 2 hearts there. Barrow has 2 hearts, and that's dodgy. We've got to avoid a heart if you're Barrow. If you're Vicky, here comes a Queen of Diamonds, which is a blank, a brick, and the river comes going in of hearts. Barrow hits a flush, but don't worry about it, because that's okay. If we're going to lose to somebody, let's lose to somebody that can't bust us.
Yeah, that's
we've all our chips a pair of twos. We've got everybody out. We're still in the tournament, although we lost. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Right now, we do have another email here. This is from Devil666, who's also known as Karen. And she says, hi, CK. Grr, I've just been knocked out of the open with pocket aces.
Wasn't worth part sentence.
Grr. Grr. That's an expression of dislike. Grr.
Sort of girly-girl, is it?
Yeah.
That's pretty frightening stuff, that.
Isn't it, though? Yeah. No, it's not that kind of growl, I'm afraid. Unless, well, she's addressing it to you. Maybe she is giving you a bit of a... Anyway, she was just knocked out with pocket aces by Bubble Boy. He called her with pocket nines and then hit the flush.
Such as poker, if we won with aces all the time, it would be pretty boring. That's the beauty of it. Even with aces or kings, you're not guaranteed, and that's how it should be. But it's frustrating, but tomorrow you might be the person with a 9.
That's the way to look at it.
Okay, here we go again. Third hand on this table in a row, just to see that the life's not always big bang bosh. It's sometimes grind away. Big Nuts has got a pair of 8s. The chips are, the blinds are 8-16. There aren't too many bets we can make here. If a pot size rate would be about 50,000. Not many bets we could make that we could get off.
Yeah.
Let me say, if somebody re-raises couldn't pass, we wouldn't have enough left. Therefore, we think different. Now we say, well, let's shove them all in. That puts everyone else in a decision. It makes it easier for me, because I can't pass. I'm guaranteed to see all 5 cards. Now, once I go in, I have to see all 5 cards. That's a good thing. And so that's the correct play. And they're all getting out of the way. But there's a little snag arisen here. An incident has developed. Whitehorse won't pass the queens. Normal Barrow, I fancy, past the 10s. And so all of a sudden, this is getting serious. London 97, ooh, get out of the way. What's going on? Everybody's chicken with their chips in the middle. Suddenly, there's a massive pot on, 220,000. Big Nuts can't be busted. We've got chips back. Come what may, there's 188 in the middle. And let's see what happens here. 8, 10s and queens. It comes 4, 6, 7. Well, so far, Big Nuts is in 3rd place, but we've picked up extra outs. The 10s need to pick up another 10 to win. You'd think the 8s want to pick up another 8, but the 8s can actually pick up a 5 as well.
That's right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 10s and 8s can also pick up running diamonds as it happens. And there comes the 2 of diamonds. Well, that's interesting, because Barrow's now picked up the extra out. Barrow can now hit any diamond and win this. Big Nuts can hit any 5, as long as it's not the 5 of diamonds. And Whitehorse wants a blank to come on the end. So, it's the diamond, it's the ace of diamonds. And Whitehorse's queens are turned over. Big Nuts hits the flush. But in fact, Barrow takes the main pot with the 10 flush. And the side pot goes to Big Nuts. And the fellow that's in the lead comes out last, Whitehorse. Oh, that's jolly unlucky.
It is.
We've waited all tournament, we've played patience, we played good poker, and then right at the end, that one mistake has proved to be fatal to our tournament, and we've gone in with queens against tens against aces, eights, and we've come third. That has got to be worth the third and final.
Yeah.
I think that would make it.
Thank you, TK.
Okay.
Haven't we?
I don't know. I'm going to go with what you said there. We're going to figure it out. I'm sure we'll be able to do that. Now, let's just remind everyone what the top few players get.